What's up, guys? Andrew here, getting ready for the kickoff. Saturday Night Lights. We got Takeover kicking off. Express returning. Sorry for the late start. Should be underway any second now. And there it is. Return by Magic of Express. Big hole there. Great flag grab. Was that Tay? That was Tay. Laid out, made a great flag grab there. Big hole by the blocking there by Express. But Tay with a really nice flag grab. And it seems Pete Anthony's going to be under center today. Express starting quarterback Fonz down in Florida with his family. Pete could play Q. I've played against him in six-man. He's a solid quarterback. He's mobile, has a solid arm. The big test today is going to be this O-line matched up against the dominant defensive line that Takeover has. I guess you could say that for both teams. Obviously, Jarrett and a couple of those guys in Express. I know Magic's been playing a little bit at the end for them as well. A lot of pressure I expect from both of these teams today. Players to watch for me on this Express offense. They have three very talented receivers I'm looking at right now. Lining up on the top of the screen, we have Anthony Barbetto with the skull gear on. In the slot on the left, we got Magic, Jay Sos, and then wide on the bottom of your screen, you got one of the fastest guys in the league, Kevin Malavert. So a lot of talent. That's a high snap, and the pressure's getting there quick already. But he gets out. Like I said, he's a shifty guy. He can move, and that's going to be big. That's a huge gain. That's going to be is that a first? Or they get him short? He might have stepped out of bounds right in front. He did. It's going to be second and short. First thing I said about Pete, he can move. He's shifty. He's definitely a two-dimensional quarterback back there. He's not just going to sit in the pocket. He's going to get out and he's going to take off if you give him the room. Saw the lane, took off, capitalized. Nice 19-yard pickup right there.
So, Andrew, for us guys that don't know these teams or haven't seen much of these teams, what are we looking at when Express is on offense? Are they run heavy, pass heavy? They mix it up, I mean.
Now, going off experience of myself playing against them, I don't see their running back Dane here, the oldest Samuel's brother. There's three Samuel's brothers on this team. They're all very talented players. He typically takes most of their carries. So I'm going to expect a lot of pass from them. And there's a sack right there by Gene. Like I said, those three guys I spotlighted, Anthony Barbetto, Jay Sos, a.k.a. Magic, and Kev Malavert. Those are three dangerous weapons. Just looking back at our game, the first play of the game, a screen pass, Anthony took to the 6-yard line. It was a pickup of 40 yards. So all three of these guys can make plays. They're all shifty. They're all fast. Like I said about Kev, he might be the fastest player in downstate. I would love to one day get him on a race with a couple of some of these other guys that claim they're the fastest. But I've played with him.
What can we
expect
from Takeover, though, from their offense?
Well, I mean, they're another team with so many circuit guys. They have studs on both sides of the ball. Are you talking more offense or defense?
Offense.
Offensively, they got Mel obviously slinging it. Mel's got a cannon, throws a great ball. He's still up? Or is he down? Sorry, lost my train of thought there. They got Mel slinging it. They're a little bit short-handed today. Saturdays are tough for them, but they're showing up here with what they got. I think they got 9 or 10 on the field right now. The receivers, Gritty's their big guy. He comes out of the backfield a lot, known for that notorious stiff arm he has. He's got a body count already in the 4 or 5 games he's played in downstate, and he's been known for it all over on the travel circuit, in the 9-man league in Connecticut, as well as even in the old 8-man league they used to play in. They also, I don't see, I'm trying to see if I see Speedy out there. I do not. I don't see Dono either.
Coming out, twins.
Yeah. I don't see Dono. Dono's another one of their big threat receivers. He's usually playing cornerback and receiver. I don't believe I see him. I see Mel playing corner, I think. That's a screen to Kev. This is the kid I was talking about. He is fast. Great flag grab by Tay.
Oh, my God. That's old man Anthony playing linebacker right there to take over?
Yeah, he is in lined up at linebacker. He's a vet, though, man.
Good God.
He played with a lot of good teams.
That just goes to show you guys, it doesn't matter on age. I mean, Anthony's got to be in his late 40s. I would even say, 50 years old. I know Anthony about 20 years now.
Yeah, that guy, he's a tough guy, man. He's always out there balling. I know he used to play O-line when I
He'll
lined
play
up
anywhere,
against
whatever the
Punishers.
team needs.
Yeah, when he used to line up with the Punishers, I remember he was playing O-line. Today they got him out here at backer. He just likes to play ball, man. You got to have nothing but respect for those guys. You know they're going to be going. He's got him wide. Stiff arm. He's touchdown. That's 6. I told you, Pete's good. You can't sleep on Pete. Pete's played quarterback before. He can throw it. He can run it. If they don't get pressure on him, he's gonna have himself a day.
So would you say that the Takeover's key strengths on defense is their D-line? They rely on their D-line to put pressure on a quarterback to make a mistake or take off out that pocket? Because, I mean, I basically just saw them running man with a safety high.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's because they're short, but this is not the defense that I've recognized in both my playing experience against them and from my watching experience. I know last time I was at their night game against New York Empire, they did not come out with that defense, but they also seem to have a few guys in key positions not here. So that could be a factor.
So Brad's coming out for the extra point. Him and his clown shoe, the square toe that they banned in the NFL. Probably 1960-something.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be looking at to possibly ban in the future. Just kick that
Good.
ball to France. That ball is literally somewhere in the south of France right now. He stopped and then re-kicked that again. That ball went like 50 yards.
Reset. Good thing we got nets over here.
I think Fonz just texted me. I think he wants to go on live from Florida. I don't know if we can do live.
Unfortunately, Fonz, with this rig I got today, I actually am missing the cable to be able to take phone calls. I was actually contemplating bringing it, and I didn't.
I'm just texting this over to him.
Oh, wow. Fonz has got Tim Munch on the team now? I haven't seen him in years.
Who?
Tim Munch.
Yeah, he was at their first opening night game, I believe.
Well, I don't see much of them. And last time I saw Tim, the Rockland Ravens were around.
I believe Alphonse used to play for that team.
Yes.
So it makes sense. There's a connection there. He probably played with a couple of those guys. I still can't
It's nice
get
to
over
see old faces
yeah.
coming back or still around.
Yeah. This ball's just jumping off this guy's foot. That ball's in the end zone. They should have kneeled that. But
They got the speed to break it, though.
Yeah, take and run, take and move. He's one of the better DBs in the in downstate for sure. Solid press coverage corner, but he can run, he can grab flags. And as everyone knows, in any division, not just the A, if you can't grab flags, you're going to have a tough time on defense, especially in the A with the amount of physicality on both offense and defense. Grabbing flags is crucial. So here we're going to get this first look at the Takeover offense today. See Gritty in the backfield right there in the all-white. I can't quite tell who has the hood on. There's Tay walking in late.
Just like last
Green
night,
shoes.
guys, it's a little chilly out, about 48, 49 degrees. Ball's going to be slick. The pop flags are going to be harder to pull because, as we all know, when it gets cold, it contrasts. When it gets hot, they expand. They're a lot easier to grab when it's warmer out as opposed to when it's cooler out.
Yeah, so a little bit of what I talked about earlier. We got Gritty in the backfield. He comes out of the backfield like a running back a lot. Probably, I would say, on at least half to majority of the plays for this team. You're going to run that option. He's going to take it. Watch the stiff arm. Let's see what he's going to do.
Look at the forward pass.
Oh.
Let's check that replay.
I definitely thought it was behind him.
I could be wrong. You got to remember, I'm watching the game through a camera.
Very true. Very true.
The screen
gonna be
is pretty small, too.
Was that a pickup of a bat? It's a first down. A pickup of probably about 8 yards.
Yeah, it was definitely behind.
Very effective with that option. You got Mel can move, and like I said, Gritty. It's very dynamic with the football in his hands.
I've seen them a couple times before, and they're going to keep running it until the defense starts cheating up.
Yeah.
And then when they start cheating up, they're going to go over the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they got Gritty out wide, Tay wide on the other side. Looks like Angelo DeVito in there at tight end. Again, I can't get a good look on the hood. I can't see the face from up here. The Twins went untouched right there, but he got it through. That's, oh, it is Mike. He got him. That's going to be a big pickup, about 26 yards on that one. Maybe 25 yards. Was that Jarrett that just went untouched on that play?
You know what? I don't even know because
That was like immediate.
I missed it. I got the camera out there later.
That was immediate. I'm assuming it was Jarrett because it was on the far side. He went right in real quick. If I was Takeover, I would definitely contemplate moving Gene over to that left tackle spot. That's a matchup you love to see as a fan. Excuse me. Here's that quick screen, gritty, good flat. Oh, he missed it. Still going. There's that stiff arm. But he got grabbed. Is that Toombs?
Good Lord,
Looks like
he's a
Toombs.
beast.
Yeah, that's Toombs. Toombs rocking a great mustache right now. From the crowd, tell Dino to zoom in.
Just because Fonz asked for me to zoom in, I won't be doing it.
It wasn't.
Who is it? I can't see. Oh, well, I'm definitely not going to do it if Rob asked for it. I'm going to try to do it as much as possible. I'm actually pulling double duty here. So, zoom in, move the camera, and talk is a little difficult. Is how you like the outside noise being pumped in as you crested. Get some of that field noise going.
I
Picked
love
up
it.
a new camera. I mean, a new mic, which helps.
We got Gritty back in the backfield.
Ooh, nice move.
Great flag grab, though. It's a good flag grab. I can't tell from here. Is that Brundage? I think that was Brundage.
You think it's going to hurt Takeover not having a sideline, or you got one guy walking up and down the sideline?
Yeah, and they haven't done that too much this season. I know there was one other. Actually, I think it was against Express because they had 2 or 3 guys show up for the end of the Express game and started the Apex game during their doubleheader earlier in the season. Every other game I've seen, they've had more depth. I think it's just tough on a Saturday night. You know, they're all, I believe, Southern Westchester, Connecticut guys. You got him. He got him. He definitely caught that. That's a catch, 100%. I saw that from up here, but he's gonna be on the 1 or 2.
1 to 2.
Good ball, good catch.
Seemed like it sat up there forever.
Yeah, it was up there a little bit, but great ball concentration by Mike to reel that in with the pressure coming from the safety. Well, they're moving the ball well. For a team they only got 9 today, but they're moving the ball well, and it seems like they're getting a decent amount of pressure this Express.
I mean, listen, let's be realistic. Ballers are going to ball, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you run what you brung. Unfortunately, you brought 9. They're going to do what they got to do.
Yeah, but it's exactly what you said. They're ballers. These are a good group of guys, good team. They've been doing this a long time. They play on a national level, and you expect nothing less from them. Here we go, the line of 1 tight, Angelo tight, 2 up top. Got a motion, Mike. A little bit behind him. Try to get to Tay there.
So why not try to spread the defense right now? Go 4 wide and just have the QB take off up the gut. Once the nose guard decides, you let the nose guard go, let him pick whatever he wants, and then you just go the opposite way.
Tell you what, that's a great point. That's actually how they scored their touchdown on Apex earlier in the season. They were on the 1-yard line. I believe it was 2nd or 3rd down. They went everyone wide, just like you said. Let our nose guard pick, and he went right for a 1-yard scoot right up the middle for a touchdown.
All right, guys, we got 7-0 Express. Take over on the 2. 2nd down and 2 yards. Knocking on the door.
Again, though, Brundage getting in pretty easy. That's definitely, he was on the goal line. Looked like a touchdown.
I think he's short.
Oh, they got him short?
He is short. He was short. His hips were down. He touched him. Remember, it's the hips, not the ball.
That turnover on downs?
I thought that was 2nd down.
No, because the play they threw, they were on the 19. The deep ball was
Oh,
on
wow.
the 19.
Okay. Well, listen, this is not a bad position to be in either.
Not at all with this defense.
At the 6-inch line.
What you got to watch out for again from this Express
What you got to
team.
watch out for is Gene right now about to
Gene's
pin his ears back and go.
Gene's a dog, so he's gonna make noise right now. But and I don't see him out there, and I'm really surprised. I would like to see get the ball to Kevin's hands in open space, let him work. Personally, get the ball out quick.
I think
Get it
keeping
to him.
double tights just hurt them on that last play, though. I mean, you go double tights, you're bringing everybody in. You saw them; they crowded the whole line.
Watch right now. I think Magic's gonna escape or Jarrett's gonna escape. Either the tight end or the running back for everybody watching. I think they're gonna dip out for a little pass, and it's gonna be dangerous. They got the safety. That's a safety. And you got to get that ball
I've
off.
never seen more safeties in a division other than the A.
Oh, it's full of safety. Every time you get the ball inside the
Yeah.
5-yard line, it's a problem. That's Gritty right there with a sack and a safety. He's another one where he's a force. He is a little undersized on that defensive line, but he makes up for it with how ferocious he is, how fast he is, how athletic he is. You see it from his stiff arm. He's as strong as they get pound for pound. And big play for the defense for Takeover right there.
So it'll be a free kick coming up.
That's tough.
Hey.
That's why I said if I'm in their shoes backed up on the 1-yard line, I mean, I'm sure there's some people listening like, hey, you lost the game 2-0 before. Why would we listen to you on the 1-yard line? But I would personally try and get that ball out quick, get it to a guy like Anthony, a guy like Kevin, who can run, who's shifty. You never know. Maybe they take it. They're not getting caught once they get behind.
Me personally, I don't mind giving up the 2 points. I mean, it took time off the clock.
It was one play. It took 30 seconds off the clock. Didn't take too much time.
Listen, a game like this, every second counts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
funny.
shootout. Without having fans,
it's funny
it's
though.
a shootout.
This is the exact score the first time they met up, 7-2. This was the score of the game.
I think not having Fonz is definitely gonna hurt them a little bit. But
Of course,
I
I mean,
still
Fonz is
say
a good
I
quarterback,
think Express is gonna pull this out.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
just
it's
me
early.
personally.
It's early. I mean, they both moved the ball pretty well. I think that safety could be an issue
Well,
later in the game, but we'll see. And that ball had contact, so that's going to be downed.
I think primarily not having subs is going to hurt them, and I think Express is going to take advantage of that. You could be an NFL team, but without having, the conditioning is not there. The conditioning is not there. What are you going to do?
Of course. But the good thing they have going for them is on a night like this, a brisk night is a good night to run around. Your lungs are going to be open. This is the best night to play short. I mean, you never want to play short, but this is the best night to play short. And when it's hot, when it's sunny, when it's rainy, those days suck. But when it's brisk air like tonight, this is good air for the breathing. And these guys do it a lot. These guys play doubleheaders regularly. I think that they're fine from that standpoint. It just comes down to, can they stop this pass rush, which seemed to get a lot of pressure on that last drive. Got Tay up top, Mike down below, Gritty in the backfield. They got DeVito in there at tight end. Gritty coming out, picking him up. And they're taking a shot. He's got a big arm. He's got him. That's
Wow.
And he never got touched.
Wow, that is a touchdown.
It depends if they mark it with his feet. Yeah, they didn't. He didn't get touched. That's touchdown. You can advance the ball sliding.
Wow.
Did you
What
get
a
that?
play.
You got
I
that?
definitely got that.
Good. That was a tremendous throw and catch from Mel
As soon as I
to
saw
Tay.
him load up, I was like, let me get that one.
Well, he's got that big arm.
There you
We've
go.
talked about it before. He's got that big arm, man. That is a great catch.
Wow.
Great catch by Tay. And that's going to be a 60-yard touchdown right there.
Easily.
And right just like that, That changes the whole complexion of the game. We got 8-7 right now. And they are going from it. They're going for 2? They are going
Yes,
for 2.
they're going for 2.
Lined up on the 10. Try and make this a three-point game. Well, those who know Mel knows he's got that big arm. And when he can connect with these guys who can run, you better hope you keep somebody back. Rolling out to his right.
Oh.
No one grabbed him. But it's going to be picked. They can run back at 2. They can run back at 2. Flag is thrown. Gritty snagged it. It's going to be 8-7. 8-7 Takeover. All right, we got 8-7 Takeover. Takeover's going to be kicking off to Express here for anybody just tuning in. Takeover will be getting the ball in the second half. When we get there, 8-7 right now after a big-time 60-yard touchdown pass from Mel to Tay. And who do they got back? I see Magic, and it looks like Kevin back for kick return here. Off underway. Andrew DeVito with the kick. It's up. Looks like it's going to get returned by Kevin. It's bobbled and dropped. Ooh. Yeah. For anybody not familiar with the rules, in downstate flag football league, once the ball hits your hands and then hits the ground, it is a dead ball where it hits. There are no fumbles, and you cannot pick up a ball that you dropped. So they're going to get that ball right there at the 19.5-yard line. Or, sorry, 14.5-yard line. Let's see if this Express offense can get back to what they had on that first drive, getting it started with Pete's mobility in the backfield.
Matt, I didn't even see it, didn't notice it. I'm going to have to watch it on a replay. Ooh, bad snap.
It's the first bounce, though. It doesn't go all the way back there. See
Still.
Gene pointing back. No, I know.
Everything's going to count.
No, absolutely, I agree. I just
Well,
saw
Gene's
Gene.
going to try everything he can.
No, of
I've
course.
seen Gene work,
Yeah.
so.
No, he's a baller, and I would do the same thing if I'm on the field, just like I'm
hell
sure
yeah.
everybody would. But just in case, again, people watching at home, in case they don't play in the league, just watching on YouTube or anything, where that ball first hits the ground is where it's going to be spotted. So again, he's taking that ball right from pretty much goal line. Quick, ooh. That's an A-division flag grab.
I'm surprised Munch didn't just throw the stiff arm.
Yeah.
He didn't even attempt it.
Yeah, I don't think he saw him. I also think that ball was an overthrow to Kev, to be honest. I thought it was, at least. I definitely thought that was to Kev.
Coming out. Twins on both sides.
Jonathan, I will get back to you to that comment. I just want to make sure I'm commentating this game. Quick. Oh, ooh. In and out right there through Magic's hands. Had him.
Ball
On a little
slick.
short read. It's a cold night. Ball's going to be slick.
So is this the same quarterback that played last week since Fonz was
No.
out?
That was what I was told was Toombs' boy. Toombs has some ties to Mamaroneck. It's a former Mamaroneck quarterback, I believe. I don't have the name off the top of my head, but I heard he played pretty well. That's what you want. When your quarterback's not there, you want that backup to show up. That's important. And it got him the win, so he must have played pretty solid. Got a 2-minute warning here.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, well, listen, they were both a couple long drives, or at least that first drive with Takeover and Express were both long drives. Looks like they're showing 4 here. Gritty's showing blitz. Yeah, they're showing, and again,
Ooh.
another low snap, and that's gonna.
Is this the normal center?
I can't. Who is at center?
Let's see.
Is that Big Joe? I can't tell. To be honest, I don't know, because I know they had Casey early on, but I haven't seen Casey the last couple games for them. I don't know if he was playing center or if he was playing tackle, so don't quote me on
I
that.
forget his name. He's been around the league quite some time. He's got the red stripes on each side. He's wearing a bandana. It's not Joe. It's the gentleman standing next between Joe and Brad. Damn, what the hell? He was on the Seminoles at one point.
No, it's Big Joe.
Oh, no, I meant, never mind. I got you.
And that's Mike G at left tackle. And then the kicker at right tackle, I believe. I can't tell from
It's a
here.
little hard to see up.
Yeah,
from up
it's
here.
not the easiest view. They're getting some pressure again. And that's up. He's gone. They're not catching him.
Wow. Anything can happen.
I'll be honest. I think there was a drop ball by Anthony, and it bobbled into Kevin's hands. Let's check the replay on that up here. It looked like a drop ball. It was intended for Anthony Barbetto. I don't know if it was bobbled, but somehow Kevin ended up with it, and Kevin was behind him, so that's fine. You see what I mean?
Looks like they both cradled it at the same time.
Listen, it works. Whatever scores the touchdown.
Touchdown's a touchdown, regardless.
And
who
again,
scores.
like I said, both of those guys, especially Kevin, he's one of those guys. He gets behind you, you're not going to catch him. Once he gets that step, he's too quick. He's gone. Something I didn't expect to see is a lot of deep balls. A couple of big plays now for both teams.
Let me check this camera angle. Ty, I just want to know how come you're not here doing the play-by-play, forcing me to do it. You get that W last night. Now you forgot about people.
Ty's trying to hide after being carried off the field. I think he's still hiding. He just wants to keep his name out of the booth.
He had to wash his dog.
Jesus.
What's his dog's name? TJ? Was that good? Wasn't looking.
Yeah, it was good.
So what's the count now?
14-8. 14-8, 6-point game. 14-8. It's got to be a minute left, I would say, at least. Because they had the timeout, and then they had the deep ball.
Easily.
That ball hung up there for a little bit, too, on that last pass from Pete to Anthony and Kevin, but it just fell into the right spot.
I'm not a receiver or anything, and I don't know what it's like to catch a ball in the lights, but I know it can't be easy.
It just depends, always like anything. It's the angle. There's definitely certain angles on any field you're going to play in under the lights where the ball's just, it hits a blind spot and you lose it. But,
Ty, there is no invite. I told you. You get Saturday nights. We'll talk offline. I'll hit you up. If I got to come and pick you up, you broke ass up, I will. Or you could start, walking on Friday night and you can get there by...
Trying to get somebody's attention, get a time check.
No, very easily. We'll get it after
the PA?
I got the PA set up.
Perfect.
So I'll do that after this kickoff. I don't want to startle anybody.
Understandable weight. Oh, that might go out of bounds. Took a weird hop. Nope, it's going to stay in. Tate's going to take it. I don't know what he's going backwards there. I don't like that. He just put them down at the 5-yard line.
What's the referee's name?
Walter. Yeah, Walter's out there.
Walter, time check.
1:13.
1:13 on the clock.
1:13 on the clock, and they're starting from the
Thank you, sir.
5-yard line.
1st and 15.
See, with 1:13 on the clock, I just think that's just a bad decision right there. Even if you get caught where you caught it, you're at the 10, 12-yard line. Try and take a step or two further, and you got yourself a nice little 1st and 5.
We got Coach Fonz kicking in right now. He's not liking what he's seeing. So he's going to have some butts when he gets back up here.
Hope you're enjoying Florida with the family. Another dangerous position with this defensive line. They're showing 4 up front for Express. Bad spot, backed up into your own end zone. That's a problem. He definitely got out of it. No, it's not a safety. It's hips. But they got him on the goal line. And again, if I were them, I'm trying to get to halftime as fast as I can. They get the ball and they can get out of this position.
So in this position, when you see them lining up 4, why not just hit a quick slant? Bang.
I agree with you. It's easier said than done because you never know if they're going to show 4, if they're actually going to deliver with 4.
Do you think it's
Perfect
because
example.
of the quarterback's height? That's why he doesn't want to hit that quick slant?
It could be. I'll tell you a perfect example. So we were in the same exact position, literally, almost identical. I think we were on the 5-yard line when we played Takeover. Gritty lined up, and we see 4 up front. So what was our exactly what you just said? We were going to try and run that slant. Gritty backed up into a shallow linebacker position and actually had a pick 6 against us. So you got to be careful. If I'm them right now, I'm hitting that quick slant to Mike. Here it is. And get upfield. Use that stiff arm.
Nice stiff arm.
Ooh. Gene talking. He's going to take one, huh? Did you get that?
When have you known Gene not to talk?
Listen, he backs it up, though.
I've seen maybe 3 or 4 games.
I love it when a guy of his caliber on the field talks. And Gritty, again, we said it, that stiff arm is just, it's dangerous. Just put the youngest Samuels brother on the turf.
I think what I'm going to have to do is purchase a couple more wireless mics. I'm going to make the referees wear them, so we can pick up what they're saying down there. That would be.
I'm sure it's some type of time dispute. From my experience playing, I'm assuming it's some type of time dispute about timeouts or.
Well, I don't care about the dispute. I'm just talking about for giving the guys at home. I mean, that'll be. What flag football league do you know that has wireless mics on their refs?
Absolutely, I think that could be great.
It's definitely something. The next thing I'm going to work on. What do we got on score now?
14-8.
14-8 Express.
He's going to take off right there. Gets out of bounds, pick up about 9 yards.
Right at the 30.
Yeah.
8 seconds.
Is that an official 8 seconds?
That's what I hear on the mic.
Or is that from one of the players? You know how these guys say.
Yeah.
So we're going to assume it's something like 8 seconds. I believe a player yelled it, so I don't want to quote it like law, but it's probably somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. 7 seconds. I just heard Walter. Ball's tipped.
Short. That's the half?
2 seconds.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't a 7-second play. Ball was only thrown about 25 yards.
No, not wow, because there's time left. I mean, that there's... Wow, meaning that it's good that there is 2 seconds. They could take one last shot before the half.
I mean, if I'm them, I'd go short. Get the ball to the playmakers, which for them today is you have Mike, you have Gritty, you have Tay. Get the ball to one of them. Work something out like the play you actually used against me in my first ever year of flag, like a hook and ladder type play, or just get him in space and let him work. I just think it's going to be too congested downfield.
I disagree. I say go 4 wide. Just throw it, lead your receiver, let him go make a play. I mean, this is basically where they were last time. They had that deep bomb.
This is actually closer. But I just, in terms of how they're going to play, I'm going to assume these guys, like, look where he's lined up.
So leaving a tight end in for extra help.
Over 10 yards back.
Ooh, free play. Oh, and a bad snap.
It doesn't matter. It's just going to be a...
Doesn't matter if the player did not touch anybody. He was well over.
The neutral.
Yeah. So it's an automatic. That's a safety thing.
You know who that was on?
Left end. No sleeves.
Okay. Oh, no, they're calling it on the offense.
Really?
Yeah. Calling it on Gritty. Calling a false start. Okay, they're at the 25. Again, just seeing where Magic is playing back at corner right now. He's at least 8 to 10 yards off the ball, and you assume he's going to bail right away. Jamal on the other side even further back. Got the big arm. Yeah. That's going to be half.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. That's halftime. I'm sure we're going to come back fairly quickly.
For those just tuning in by any chance, Takeover will be receiving the ball at the start of the second half. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in, and we will see you guys soon. It is 14-8. 14-8 Express.
We'll be back.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Anthony.
We are back for the second half of the Express Takeover Saturday night matchup. We have Express up 14-8, kicking off right now to Takeover. I see Tay and Mike back for Takeover. Here we go. The kick is up. Deep kick again. This is another one where if I'm them, I'm taking a knee in the end zone, but they're going to take it out. Take a move. Outrunning lineman, runs into Gene right there. Like Kev grabbed this flag. Inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Going to be 1st and 6 for Takeover from the 14.
Running back in the backfield.
Gritty in the backfield again. They use him a lot on option plays and even some carry. There's a carry right there. It's going to be flagged by Barbetto. I believe that's Mike Barbetto, the oldest of the brothers on the team. Great flag grab, gets him right at the line of scrimmage. And that's what they got to do. In order to kind of neutralize that stiff arm that he has, they got to get him stacked up in the backfield. Because once he gets to the second level, he's a problem. He's a real problem for backers and DBs to get a hold of him.
So, guys, I just wanted to say, if there's something that you want to see that we're not doing or something you like, you don't like, hit me up, let me know. Without feedback, we don't know how we can get better.
Absolutely, 100%. And Brian G's and Claudio, the score is 14-8. Express is up. We just kicked off about 2 minutes ago. Just trying to answer some of these
Second play of the
questions.
series.
Yeah. And there's you're going to take advantage, but they're going to grab him right there for a loss of 1. And now that's you can really see the cause and effect of a guy like Jarrett there, because Jarrett may not have gotten the sack, but you saw the pressure he got to force him up in the pocket into his 2 other teammates. I think it was Brundage that actually came away with the sack.
So let me ask you a question. Has Jared played any college ball?
Yes, he played for Pace in Westchester.
Okay.
He's a Rockland guy. I believe he went to Clarkstown South High School. Did his thing. I believe he played somewhere after Pace. Not NFL related, but I believe he did play somewhere after. I just don't know how factual it is and where it was. But I know he's a Rockland guy, and he played at Pace at the collegiate level. I believe it was Arena or somewhere like that, and there he is getting some pressure. He's going to hit Gritty. Gritty puts another body down. He's going to get that block. Mike Barbetto with another big-time play downfield. You saw he grabbed Gritty's flag at the line of scrimmage, and that's a beautiful from behind, chase him down from backer. But again, you see what Gritty can do. And you saw it all started with that stiff arm again, put another guy down.
I was watching a game on YouTube. He was in, I don't recall where they were playing or who they were playing, but I saw him do this jump cut, and I was just like, oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
And his stiff arms are nasty.
It's, in my opinion, from playing all the guys I've played in all the different leagues and areas, styles of play I've played in, him and G, the normal quarterback for ABI, who's down this year with a torn ACL. Hoffer doing a great job taking him to 4-1 right now. But those are the 2 best stiff arms I've seen, or that I've been on the receiving end of. They're going to fake it, and they're going to take it right up the gut. Now, flag pulled by Vin.
Do you know what year Foster played over at Pace?
I do not. I know he's 34 or 35, so. at least 12 years ago.
Mm.
I would assume at least 12 years ago he was there. I do not know the year, though, off the top of my head.
There's your answer, Steve.
Starting to get a little bit of movement, and it seems that Gritty and Tay have been the big play guys. I know Mike had a nice catch, but majority of the plays, the ball is going to Gritty or Tay, and they got to continue to do what they can to get the ball in their hands. And he goes untouched, and they're going to get it to Tay. Good flag grab right there.
So let me ask you a question. I see a lot of tight end sets from both of these teams. Is that something that most A-division teams will do?
It depends, and what I mean by it depends is obviously with the straight rush, it's a lot more difficult to contain the defensive line. So you will see teams put a fourth guy, for example. Apex puts 4 out on the line pretty often, especially against a team like one of these two or against an ABI that have that dominant defensive line, because you just want to give your quarterback a little bit more time to work.
So basically, Jared Force is lined up on that side, so they're going to put a tight end help.
I know. When we played them, he lined up at nose guard, but you're seeing today he's lined up on the outsides, and they're making sure to kind of follow him around. They're shadowing him, and he's gonna again though. That's the thing that you like to see. Nice flag grab by Vin. It's gonna be a pick up of 2. Great flag grab. That's a good example of a linebacker covering the flats right there, because it looked like a great drawn-up play. He chipped Jared at the line of scrimmage, and he bounced right out into the flats. They dumped it off to him right away, but, you know, that's good linebacker play. Is this 3rd down? I believe it's 3rd. 3rd and 4. Again, don't quote me. I believe it's 3rd and 4. I don't know exactly where Gritty got his flag pulled on that big play. I believe it was inside the 40. Press right there. He's bailing back, though. Oh, just behind him. It's going to be 4th and 4. Or no, is that a turnover on downs?
Turnover on downs.
That is a turnover on downs. It's 4th down. My apologies to anybody watching. Wasn't sure where he got pulled. That's tough because they had him. I think the pressure off the edge from Jarrett.
Yeah, I would just watch the replay. I mean, Jarrett came out of his stance and pushed the tight end back, and next thing you know, the quarterback's so Jarrett at his face. So
throwing off the back foot's just tough. But again, though, you know, they had some movement, and again, it came majority of the plays. They got to get the ball in Gritty's hands. They got to get the ball in Tay's hands. The more they can do that, I think the more success they're going to find on offense. I'm surprised they haven't taken any more shots deep after that big, successful pass early in the first. Low. Oh, and he wasn't looking yet. And that was very close to be taken by Ant. Snap was low. They're calling it an incomplete pass. Did he throw it forward? If he threw it forward, it's an incomplete pass.
I believe it should be a pass. It was forward.
If it's forward, it's an incompletion.
Yeah. Yeah, he was 3 yards behind. Just watching the replay.
Forward pass?
Forward pass.
So that's an incomplete pass. Good call by the referees.
Not for nothing, but it could have also been intentional grounding.
No, Kevin was there.
It wasn't close enough.
No, it was 15 yards. You will see that again. Kevin was within 3 yards of that ball.
I don't think the running back even knew it was coming to him.
Oh. Now the rule is, again, this is where it gets tricky. The rule is in the A.
Clean scoop?
If you clean scoop, the ball is still live, but the ball was not cleanly scooped. It's a good pickup right there by Walter.
And how does that pertain to the other two leagues? I know on in the B, you can scoop it cleanly on an extra point.
Yes, but technically in the B and C, if it's scooped cleanly by the quarterback, it's still supposed to be dead.
Yeah, on a regular pass
on a regular
play.
Offensive play. But on the kick, yes, if it's scooped cleanly, you're good to go.
Okay. And that
on a kick.
Both divisions?
On a kick.
Or just the B?
Both divisions. Both divisions for the kick.
You know, it was another bad snap. I saw them at
Yeah, the snaps have
halftime.
been low.
They were working on the snaps. They were practicing snaps at one point. Oh.
Again?
Yep. He was too far out to the right.
I'm surprised they're not flipping the center here. But yeah, it looks like. I'm surprised they're not.
They're punting now.
Well, they have to. It's 4th and
Yeah.
double sticks. 4th and 25. I'd be shocked if they don't make some motion in a close game to try and get somebody else in there to snap that ball.
Too many mistakes. Too many mistakes. It's going to come back to bite him in the butt.
And you hate to see that because they're moving the ball well with, you know, they got QB2 in there. Pete's doing a really, really good job. And this is definitely not on him for this drive. He's doing a really, really good job getting the ball out. Got Mike Barbetto back there ready to punt. Punting right off his own goal line. Be a solid punt. He's going to get it. Oh, he dropped it. Right on the 40-yard line, they're going to get that. It's going to be 1st and 20 from midfield. That's tough. Because he had some running room. Here they are again. Now you see Jarrett, they got lined up in the middle. I like this matchup. Gene versus Jarrett, two of the best
That's
on
gonna be
offense and
fun.
defense. This will be fun to watch for everybody at home. They got Mike in motion. Oh, Jarrett gets through, but right there to Tay. Good flag grab. And you need that from corners, especially in the A division. Corners that can grab flags are a huge, huge must-have. You see a lot of screen passes in the A, more than you'll see in the B or the C. So it's really heavily relied upon these corners to get these flags. Otherwise, big plays are going to come out.
You know, watching the replay, I don't think Gene was ready because it looked like he didn't even try to block him. Just got a hand on him and pushed him into the gap.
It might have been a by design because they had the motion. So it may have been a play by design where they're trying to get him to kind of run with the play. And then have Mel step up.
Could
and
also
throw
be
the
that he's
comeback.
tired as hell because there's no.
Playing both ways. Like, you got to.
Ooh.
Great. Is that Brundage again? That was Brundage. Got him. It looked like a gain of 1. Gain of 1 right there. Maybe gain of 2 they might give him.
Maybe
They didn't give
Gene's
him
just
2.
conserving his energy just for defense.
Definitely could be. Those are two of the best for sure in our league, not just in our league, but again on the national circuit. Those are two of the top defensive and offensive linemen out there. Short 5 here. They are going to again. He needs to take this. It's definitely a first down. Yeah, he missed the flag and he got out of bounds. So that's going to be, yeah, they're going to give him a couple more. Looks like he got down to about the 18 or 19. They give him right to the 19? 19-yard line. And this is where I think having a kicker is so underrated because they've gotten down to the red zone, I think, 3 times today.
Do they have a kicker?
They do not. At least I've not seen them, so I'm assuming they won't be playoff eligible because they haven't used it in any of the games I've watched, and I've watched at least 4 of their games.
Well, I can speak from experience. I mean, having a kicker on our team, having Cleary,
It's huge.
is just, you know,
Huge.
it's a luxury that a lot of guys take advantage of or they just don't know about, you know.
It's huge, not just for extra points, for even, like I said, you get inside the 10-yard line. And Mel's going to move. He's going to hit him. Flag is pulled, but he's on the 5. Looks like a pickup of about 15 yards there. 14 yards. He'd be on the 6, just outside the 5. Angelo DeVito with the reception. Great throw on the run by Mel. Good job getting out of the pocket and then getting that off. couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, so there's nothing left to doubt on an illegal forward pass. That's just good QB play and great tight end play. Did a good job chipping and then finding a hole and sitting.
You know, Takeover's been out there pretty long. I mean, they got a long
controlled
drive.
the clock.
Yeah.
In the
I
whole
mean,
game,
if you
not
see
even just this play.
Express's D line, you got Jared Force and the gentleman to his left or to his right, hands on knees, showing that they're tired.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you really look at this whole game, you know, we're going to look back at this clip, this game afterwards. They definitely controlled the clock.
Oh, definitely.
You look at the two scores that Express had, they were deep plays. I know, obviously, Takeovers was also, but they've gotten to the red zone now 3 times. Just a matter of not being able to convert inside the red zone. Which, again, though, was a story of their first matchup earlier in the season. They got into the red zone 2 or 3 times, just weren't able to convert. And again, when a kicker just comes up huge for a team, because you know that's 6 points, 9 points you leave on the table.
Without a doubt. I mean, you know, this quarterback, if he doesn't see his first read, you know, he's not there. Just take off with the ball. I mean, you're on the 6-yard line, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, he's playing it pretty smart today. I just think that Express's defense is stepping up. And obviously, as we all know as football players, the closer and closer you get to the end zone, it shrinks the amount of space you have to work with. So it kind of takes off the top, and it makes it way more congested in that end zone. So it's definitely a lot more difficult to score the closer you get. And again, when you have a good pass rush, which it seems like they're getting a couple of guys in Mel's face, it obviously just makes the job even more difficult. You see Jared again. That's a touchdown.
Wow.
Good reach back grab by Grit. Gritty with the touchdown grab. And we have a tie game, 14 up. Another point, got to give more credit to Mel. Threw that with a hand in his face. Jarrett was there. Threw it off the back foot, was able to get that to Gritty. Gritty made a nice grab, a little bit behind him, but touchdown's a touchdown. We got a tie game. 14 up here, I would say probably in the back half of this second half.
I'd agree.
I would assume there's no more than 7 or 8 minutes in this game, but
We'll
we'll
find out
check
after
maybe
the
in
kick.
this.
After the kick, we'll find out.
And they are going for 1, it looks like. They're on the 5, I believe.
Yeah, they're going for 1. Black Irish, it's me and Andrew announcing tonight.
How we doing, Patty? Still waiting for you to show up to that playoff game from the summer at 6-man.
Not happening.
Hope the beach was worth it.
He's restricted on his contract.
Here we go. Got one line up. And good chip. He's going to roll. Oh, he got it. That's a catch. It's going to be 15-14. Takeover takes the lead for the first time in the game. 15-14. Now all the pressure now shifts over to that Express offense. Can they get something going? Can they start getting these snaps on point? Like I said earlier, Pete's playing really well. You know, he's playing about as good as you can ask a second quarterback to come in and play, especially in a night game against a good team like Takeover. All right, we're going to get a time check real quick.
Walter, time check.
.545 and rolling. 5:45 and rolling. So we'll see what this Express offense can get going. We know they have the playmakers. It seems like the quarterback, Pete, came out and played very well. Played very exceptional for just about anything you could have asked him to do.
So what's our score now? We got
15-14.
15-14. Takeover's up.
Takeover has the lead.
And we got how much on the clock?
It was 5:45 and rolling, so I'm assuming maybe.
No, 5:45. Oh, okay. 5:45 and rolling.
Yeah. Remember, we do a running clock until we reach 2 minutes.
Sometimes I slip and forget, and I'm not watching the NFL, so.
DeVito with the kick. Is that going to go out of bounds? That's costly. He's going to give him the ball at midfield.
You know, maybe that's not such a bad idea, simply because they don't have the subs. They're tired.
Yes, but also it gives that short
And Express
field.
has got speed.
They do, but I mean, if you looked at all their kicks today, they were definitely inside the 40. They were inside the 30, I would argue. So now you just give them 10 free yards, 15 free yards. I know guys have argued and said 1st and 20 isn't the worst thing in the world. It may not be, but half a field is also not the best thing in the world. They're working with half a field. Typically, guys pull flags between the 25 and 30-yard line. So, I mean, you're giving at least 10 to 15 yards of free play.
Yeah, but do you really want your defense now to be winded, running down?
I definitely agree. In this scenario, when they're this short, I'm not arguing. That might not have been the worst idea in the world for Takeover, but for most, it would usually be a disadvantage for the kicking team. DeVito got in there, pressure good. Ooh!
Good D.
Very good D. And we said it before, Tay's really good. He had that big 60-yard touchdown catch, but at least from what I know, he's known as more of a defensive player. He's a pretty big-time cornerback. You see right there, came in, sweep through, and knocked that ball away from Magic. It's a big play. Big play, especially late in the game when you're up by 1 point. Again, though, solid ball delivered from Pete. You know, just good defense there.
You're right. They had possession in the second half for quite some time.
They dominated the clock this whole game. They really just ran the ball. Gene getting good pressure. He got it.
Sack.
That's a tremendous sack. That's going to be a loss of about 11 or 12. That clock is running. And again, here's where loss of 11. Yeah. Gene with excellent pressure. And this is what I feel is the difference.
Third down and 11.
No.
I'm sorry, double sticks.
Double sticks. Yeah, they're 21, 3rd and 21. This is what you see, or 31. My apologies, 3rd and 31.
Correct.
This is what you see the differences between a lot of these D linemen and then guys like Gene and Jarrett and Gritty. Not only are they big, not only are they fast, not only are they physical, they're excellent flag grabbers. It's almost a sure thing when they get a clean look that they're going to grab it on the first swipe, which is crucial in any division, but that's, I think, what separates these guys. You see they're backing guys up. They're nervous of a guy like Kev getting away. He's taking off. He's got to. Flag's grabbed. We got a hold there.
Fucking Gene.
Gene and Anthony going at it a little bit, but
what do we got? What's the call?
A hold. So that's just going to keep going back.
Repeat it down. Repeat third.
They declined it.
Oh.
So it's going to be 4th. It's gonna be
Well,
fourth.
that's a smart thing to do.
That is, because
they got to get to the 20.
24.
Yeah.
But they got to go for it.
Oh, yeah, they have to.
You got to go for it, especially the way Takeover has dominated the clock.
We got to be right before the 2-minute warning.
4th and 24 here. 3 minutes. There we go. I just heard it. Hold up. Did they say undeclared?
No, they got to go for it.
No. Great flag grab. All right, so they're going to get the ball on the...
I can't even see that.
I can't tell. I can't see where the cone is right now as they're standing over it. It looks like the 11 or 12.
Yeah, it looks like the 12.
And the clock is running. They got to be very close to 2 minutes. They have a 30-second play clock, so I would assume they're around 2:30 or less. Here it is again. Great flag grab. That Mike Barbetto again? It is. It's a short first down, so they only need I mean, now they need about 11.
Well,
they
now
only-
they're playing keep away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they just
You
got to
know, so-
wind the clock, get under 2 minutes. It's got to be very close to 2 minutes.
No timeouts yet. Looks like Express doesn't even know who's in charge of their timeouts. You got number 30 asking.
To my knowledge, I believe it should be either Mike G or Jarrett if Alphonse is not here. But again, who knows? I don't know how it's.
Well,
run.
who makes it this? I mean,
Yeah.
at some point you got to have a strong football
Typically,
IQ.
yeah. Typically, when for experience of my team, I designate to 3 captains to be able to call timeouts, and I tell the rest before the game only these 3 can call timeouts.
Second down.
Oh, you got these blockers.
Jesus, he's fast.
Yeah, take a run. Still picked up 6 yards though.
Third down coming up.
It's gonna be 3rd and 5. Did they announce 2 minutes? It's got to be under 2, unless they used all their timeouts. It's got
I
to.
did not hear a 2-minute warning yet.
Then they have to have used the timeout, I would assume. Get a PA real quick to see where they're at while they're in the huddle. Big play right here. You know, you can probably run the clock out if you get this first down.
3rd and 5.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he whiffed. Stay in bounds. Anthony had a shot at it, and I don't know why Mel slowed up.
Smart veteran move, staying in bounds.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to be able to run this one out.
Time check.
50. Yeah, I said once I started waiting to set the clock. Yeah, it's going to be game. That's game right there.
That's game, fellas.
Takeover will take this one 15-14 over Express.
Takeover wins. Great game for you guys that showed up today. You definitely got your money's worth. Definitely a fun game to watch. Fonz, safe travels back. Guys, remember we have our own YouTube channel. You can get on and watch the games. We also have our Facebook channel, our Facebook group. Obviously, we all know that. And you can also follow us on Instagram. Guys, good night. Another great Saturday Night Lights. Andrew, anything you want to add before we sign off?
Thank you guys for everybody tuned in. Thank you everybody who's obviously supported everything with the league so far. We got more to come. And congratulations to Takeover on the Saturday night win. Guys, have a great night. Bye-bye.